sit, good. So we're gonna put him into his crate, always have him sit first. And this, we're just doing it in this open area out here, but of course this would usually be in your house. So it's the same thing in your house, have him sit, open the door, he waits until you see how he got up, nope. So you teach him his butt being moved off the ground closes the door, he'll go back when you do that. So he's waiting, just like you'd send him to the mat. He's on your left with your right hand, go, send him in the crate. And I always would follow up with a reward, and then he's munching on that, and I'd stick my other hand in and unhook the leash from his collar, and maybe one more reward, good. And really practice at this boundary. If he tries to come out before you release him, you just do that, no. If he waits though, like he's so good at this, of course, good, he gets rewards for waiting and respecting the boundary and waiting until you release him out of there. And I can tell you've been practicing. So he's doing really well here. This is the first time since we had a gap of 5 or 6 weeks between when I actually did the training, you took him back, and now he's back with me to do the videos that didn't come out the first time. He hasn't lost any of it. If anything, he's better because I can tell you've been practicing at your house. So he's doing really well. But when he was here, he was in and out of the crate like that all day long. And then he would sleep overnight in the crate, but he'd go out one last time right before bed, right before we were all gonna go to bed. And then first thing in the morning, out again, but the same way every time, just like this. Every time he goes in, you have him sit and wait and go. And then every time you let him out, it's always, you got the leash. We always did it with a leash every time. And you don't have to kneel. You can, you know, if you want, you can get down like this or whatever you want to do, but I'm kneeling. And you open the door, he waits. I would always go in with a reward. Good, because he would wait. And then he's munching on a little treat and hook him up to his leash. He used to be a little really nervous, so when I first met him, when he first came here, we had to really be careful reaching our hands in there because he was so hyper and he didn't know us, and these hands coming in there. So we always came bearing gifts, and after a while, he couldn't wait for the hands to come into his crate, and we didn't have to worry about it anymore because they always came with a gift, and then we hooked him up and he was good. So that's the way it started, and this is what it's become, where he's just waiting for your hand to come in there to unhook or hook him up because, hey, it always comes with a gift, and it's a pleasurable experience when hands come in there, not a stressful experience. So, and he'll wait with the leash on. This is something we did for a long time. Good. I'm always ready to say no and do that too, but he knows this so well now. I can do this. Good. And just do that little exercise where you control the boundary. It's a great little crate exercise. Using the crate as a tool for training like this is just so much better than just putting him in and out, letting him go in and out or whatever, and you squander all the stuff you can do with the crate to make him better, to make his training better, adding the structure to the crate, to this place that he loves. So why not do these little exercises with the crate? So so he's on my left. Okay, he comes out. I always do a little left circle, even in the house. Make sure that's closed, because if you leave it open, then he can run in on his own. And of course, that's his favorite place in the world. That's where we feed him. That's where he gets his favorite bones and chewies and all that good stuff. And so if he has to sit and wait for your permission to go in there, and he has to wait, you're not having him sit inside because you can't control any training inside, but you can control him waiting at the boundary. If you're in charge of him going in and out like that, then you must be the boss. Also, it engages his mind and makes him think. Every time he goes in and out, it's just more training. You have to put him in and out of the crate anyway. Why not spend an extra few seconds and make it part of the training so that he's better, all around better and calmer and more focused. So that's why we do use the crate this way. And he's doing really well. So on to the next thing. Okay.